Hey, good afternoon. I'm Nic Easley, CEO of 3C. I'd like to talk a little bit today about the problems we're having in the industry with testing and having third-party interests that are actually dictating the industry instead of science driving the industry. So right now in Colorado, for example, I could take a sample as a cultivator of my cannabis to a lab to test it for potency. If I don't get results that are very high, it's not going to make my product look good on the shelf, especially against some of my competitors with higher test results. So if I take it to a lab and they give me a 15% test, I could take that same sample to 3 or 4 other labs and potentially have up to 23, 25% results coming back from labs. I'm going to choose to use the higher sampling labs because it makes my product look better. And one of the problems with this is that labs are not being responsible in their reporting practices because they want their producers to continue to be clients. So if I give true results and their product's not testing very high and consistent, then I have the vested self-interest to lie so that they'll come back and continue to use my services. So what we have to do in this industry with labs is create different barriers to entry so that we know that the participants that hold lab licenses are going to be scientific in their reporting, and then take away the ability for clients to shop lab to lab. If the states come out with their own labs or an independent third-party testing lab that has no vested self-interest in the amount of clients it has, because the clients all have to come there because it's an accredited lab, that would eliminate all of the competition and then the ability to essentially skew test results to continue to have clients. So I invite you to think about what would happen if the labs actually reported accordingly and there weren't different labs using GC machines or HPLC machines inappropriately with the wrong columns, wrong detection units, and so forth, sometimes even the wrong solvents for doing the tests. We're leaving it up to them to dictate this industry. So now as we're moving forward, we need to come up with a standardized way for labs to operate where they do not have the conflict of interest of being essentially a service provider and also trying to be the credibility and standardization for the industry. Without clear protocols on this, the industry will continue to lack credibility and effectiveness in becoming a real responsible industry like it needs to be.